finish. Because I understand my class. I think I got credit.
Same here with me. Yesterday I was in my farm. That's my groundnut, my rice, everything.
The cows have destroyed all our crops.
What? Hey! All I have put up with this. I found so that kind my farm.
This is too much. I cannot take it. Hello. I don't want to believe that what is getting you guys angry is the same thing that is getting me angry.
The same thing that is getting me angry. The same thing that is getting us angry.
35 acres to destroy. I will kill a cow. I will kill a goat. If I kill a goat, I will sleep with my daughter. Let's go.
Why if I can't possibly Hey, Papa, go. Nene! Chino, explain to her.
The last time, Ibrahim butchered one of our cows and nothing was done about it.
He just repeated himself again.
Yes. Please come.
Scott! Julie! What is wrong?
Oh, yesterday my boss came here and then we counted all the cows because of my surprise. 2 cows are missing.
2 cows?
Yes.
But 3 of my cows were poisoned. The past 3 of your cows? And I believe it's not Superman's. 2?
Yes.
3?
Yes, Kotobai.
5 cows?
Yes.
Then I'm next. We should burn the house.
Let's not burn the house.
No go.
If I'm
no go.
We not agree.
Let's go.
We not agree.
Yes.
We not agree. We not agree.
Yes.
We not agree.
Let's go.
We not agree.
Let's go.
Shut up.
My children, please stop. Stop, my children, please. Let's go to the chief. It's okay. It's okay. I know you have lost trust in the chiefs, the police, and so on. Yes. But please, give me a try and see what the outcome will be.
Elas, thank you very much for your good work. Sure. Why do you have to use machetes against one another in the same community, the same people? Are we in war? I don't think so.
No.
Farmers, you cannot live without the cattle years. And you cannot live without them. We are the same people in the same community. So you need to suggest to me, what do you want us to do?
Chief, call the mediators. Chief, look at us. We are tired of it.
If you are surrounded by flies, you need not to be told that you are smelling. I know community work cannot be done by a single man.
Yeah.
I have tried my best. But if you are not suggesting for us to have mediators, I'll go with your suggestions. Yeah. So I know you also will agree with that.
Chief, your decision is our decision.
I am Brema John Conte. Mr. Payosman here is my colleague. I have Mr. Alhaji Bunduka, Alhaji Usman, Kamara also. We are all from the Leone network of mediators. You introduce yourself and you tell us your position in the community. Yes, young lady.
Good evening, my name is Tennessee, I'm a farmer.
Good evening, my name is Fatmata Mkame, I'm a farmer.
Good evening, my name is Aisha Ibandia, I'm a farmer.
Good evening, I am Ibrahim Kamara, I'm a farmer.
Good evening, my name is Fatmata Binta Turi, I am a farmer.
Good evening, my name is Fatu Conte, farmer.
My name is Yamboa Amanella.
Good evening, my name is Pasatigi Masari. I'm an elder to the chief.
Otobari, warrior owner.
Good evening, Nene Binta.
Good evening, Cherno Cheriko Kojalo.
Good evening, Julde Jalo.
So now we want to make rules or laws that will guide the process. If you want to start first, yes, lift up your hands, then I will give you the mic to make your own law.
We have speak only with the mic. And the next thing is nobody should intrude when someone is speaking. No abusive language. So I want to thank you all for being so patient for us to almost finish setting up these ground rules. And one thing I want to assure you all, we as mediators, we are really professional. And nobody is going to hear whatsoever we are going to discuss here outside. We are going to keep it from within. That is what we call in mediation confidentiality. So when you are going outside, make sure whatsoever we have discussed here, stay within here, because we want to maintain peace. In case for any reason you want to discuss it to anybody, don't name names.
But since you are the first people to reach us, I want to give you priority.
These people, their cattle have destroyed all our crops, our cassavas, our potatoes, even our rice. And we cannot take this. And the police are not doing anything about this. Even the chief is not doing anything about this. Thank you.
Okay. Just you actually mentioned that the cattle have destroyed all your crops.
Exactly, sir.
Them people here, then they wicked we. Why you see so that one great farm there? Some of we they go trust for camp put on the farm. Yes. Some of we they go loan them seed and the way we they plant. Yes. If then cattle and they don't come out, where we don't have upset the rest them we don't plant. If we don't plant one bushel, they can't get 10 bushel. We know they get nothing out of it. The other year, how will they plant? How we able to pay with debt there? So we they end up nothing. We know they get to know able to put in the better school. Look, we as farmers there.
You are telling us that you have to pay back maybe loans.
Yes, sir.
From people,
yes.
You know, so
yes.
Then you cannot afford seeds again for the next planting season.
Yes.
Some of the times, if the cow then go now farm, if they die, they go call police. Police so cannot they ask, just they arrest we no more and they go lock we na sell. Me I plant granite, I know we pull one day save the cow they all eat the granite. All they know they go call police because the cow they die.
So at any time, maybe 1 or 2 cattle dies in the farm. The law, they call the law enforcement officers to do a massive arrest and then take you where? You are waiting for cautioning.
Yes. Like me, so me a widow. My man just die and me picking them too small. So we plant crops then at this community and then cow they just they destroy everything. They tell you so the money even what take go planting them plantation and now I trust I go trust microcredit tomorrow I get for pay. Who say me go pull money now? Then people like they waiting and call it just they destroy plantation there. And when we talk about they can't take call policeman for all go to the chief. The chief not get nothing for do. Yes, because they get money they get cow. Yes.
First of all, you say you just lost your husband, and also, yes. Okay, then you are actually finding it difficult to survive with your kids. And then you also said the cattle owners are friends with the chief. Is that not what you said?
Yes, sir.
And as a result, when something happens, they will not take any action. Now we've got one side of the story. Of course, we also have the cattle owners. We also allow them to tell their own story.
You see these farmers, they are threats to our existence.
Exactly.
Because the cows that we are rearing, it is those cows that we use to send our children to school.
Yes.
That we use to eat. Yes. So if they are killing our cows, they are poisoning our cows. Yes. They want us to die.
Yes.
You made mention that the crop farmers want to prevent you from existing. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
Then also from your daily sustenance, they want to disturb them also?
Yes.
Okay, fine.
Where they talk, we don't talk for wonder.
We have Grand Rosen also?
Yes.
When you were speaking, nobody from this side made any comments. I'm not aware.
3 of me cows, they want to go check, sir. They don't poison them, they all don't die. Now let me get for say. So you know me say we cow go na the farm. They go kill her or poison her or eat her or go tifa. But we then go eat. We then begin. Any back now they back they survive.
You were saying that you are the owners of the cattle, and also.
Yes.
But sometimes something will happen and then they will go to the field.
Now they bring her the guy for say. So they don't know we they left there.
But who is okay? Okay, you are not the one that actually leaving them to go.
You know, bro, how you expect you follow we self do down there to the cow?
But you have to tell me that it's the cows that eat the crops of the farmers.
No, now other side they come on. Yes, other side they come on. Then cow other side they come on.
Okay. Maybe you are trying to tell us that you actually have these cattle, but sometimes something will happen and they will go. So where are this cow going?
They go,
maybe.
Then they go to them place so.
Yes, sir.
Then go drink.
Then they go drink. Then they go to them place so.
Okay.
Now they say we for provide for them.
Okay.
Okay.
Please, let's be patient.
I have written these problems down and we are going to go through them to see if these are really the issues that are affecting you or that are causing the conflict in this community. Good morning again. So yesterday we stopped at your positions, you gave us your thoughts, like what were the things that are disturbing you. So do you think an important topic for us to discuss will be the protection of your crops and the protection of your cows? Do you think that is an important topic for us to discuss?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So Mr. Brahma, do you want to write that as one important topic that we'll have to deal with?
If we all agree?
Yes. Do we all agree?
Yes, sir.
Okay. I realize that the security or the authorities are not treating everyone the same. Is that so?
Yes, sir.
Do you all agree with it that the security or the authorities are not treating everybody the same?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
I'm not getting the response from the cattle rearers. Don't you think that is true?
Okay.
They no answer because...
No, but I'm not getting that response. I feel like you are not too happy.
One thing we have decided as a team, as cattle rearers, to trust you, the mediators.
As Mr. Vrema was saying, we are not really here to give the solutions for you. Is that not what we said yesterday?
Yes,
okay.
sir.
It came out clearly that the security or the authorities are not providing or are not responding equally to the needs of everybody. Is that the case?
Yes, sir.
Do you all agree that is the case?
Yes, sir.
Do you think we have left out anything important that we should include in the process of discussion?
Yes.
Okay, let's allow the farmers as well to say something.
I think we should talk about the loaning of our seeds because they said their livestock is what they use to take care of themselves. Like us, we too, we use those seeds when we loan to these people, we use them to take care of ourselves. So it's important for us to discuss about that.
Okay, I see there is a need for livelihood for your survival because like what she's saying, the seeds are where you get money. Those are the things you plant and you survive from them. And the cattle as well are these are where they also get money. So do you think there's a concern for us to discuss something around livelihood?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, the livelihood survival or the livelihood source. And
do we protect? You want us to protect our livelihood or?
Yes.
Okay, so protection of livelihood. So is there any other concern before we go to these important points that we have mentioned? Okay.
You see, Ibrahim is acting to be stubborn. If Ibrahim is saying we should give them, we should pay for whatever is missing in their farms or whatever, they also should pay for any cow, be it small, big cow, whatever the amount we put on them, they need to pay that money as well.
So from all what you are now saying, I'm seeing the urge for us to reach at the conclusion. Yes. But please let us take it slowly. Slowly and slowly we will reach there before the day ends.
Right.
So now we are going to take an important step forward. Which of these points that we have highlighted do you think we should start discussing first?
Protection of crops and cattle.
So which one do you think we should deal with next?
Protection of our livelihood.
Protection of your livelihood. So protection of your livelihood comes second, and of course we are now going to deal with local authorities not treating everybody the same. We are going to deal with it after deliberating on the 2 points. So thank you very much. So we have the first point now listed down, protection of crops and cattle. So what makes it important that your crops, or rather the cattle, are being protected?
the man just die. I go take my credit. So para crops and I get for pull everything I don't spend. And me feeding me feeds for me pikin and sick one they lunch they. So if they left them cattle, they don't go destroy them all. At the end of the day, with the shorting of food.
It is important that their cattle are being protected because you want them not to destroy the crops, which provides food for you and which also gives you income. Is that so?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Food security.
So because of food security and because of your income, you want their cattle to be protected. Okay, so do you want us to write that down?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so
meaning we have two
points, yes. Protection, food security, and economic security. Of what importance is economic and food security to you?
If we're able to save this money, we'll be able to take our kids to school, not so?
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
And also we'll be able to take them to the hospital if they are sick as well. If our wives are put to labor, we'll be able to pay their labor fees in the hospital, isn't it?
Yes.
Imagine some of these women here, they are widows. You know, their husband died because of poverty. And this has been as a result of what the cows have been doing. So as a result of that, we'll be able to address those areas. Yes. Thank you.
Thank you very much. So I see now that you need your crops to be protected because you want to get income.
Yeah.
And if you have income, you'll be able to pay the fees of your children, and you'll be also able to take care of your other basic needs. Your hospital bills and those other things. So why is that so important that you have money for your children's education and also to take your wives to the hospital? Why is that so important to you? What importance is that? Yes.
Well, the education very important because then they say education are the key to success. It not mean say becoming a farmer. That means say me picking for can be farmer. Let me work hard. With that money, they are saying me picking let go better school, so we go can the community, go pull me panda family. Because I don't depend farming over 20 years and not see nothing. Because I see them start to their sidon, then they say them money, then
Thank you. I understand your frustrations. Please, we will come to you. From what you were saying now, I realize that you also don't want to be a farmer for the rest of your life.
Yes,
you want to send your children to school so that they become successful and they come and take you out from this kind of farming that you are doing. What makes that so important to you?
Poverty will be far away from us. Even our children's children.
Yes.
They will also enjoy what they will meet in the family.
Yes.
And that will protect them from not going out there to become gangs, to become thieves.
Yes.
Not so.
Yes,
so that makes it very important as well.
I see now that you also want a better life for your family and for your children. And also, you don't want your children to take into cliques, to go into gangs. And the only way out is education. And you're only going to educate them if you have money from your farm. What does wealth mean to you?
If we're able to get wealth out of these crops, that will also save us from stress.
Yes.
Not so.
Yes.
We will not die an untimely death, isn't it?
Yes.
Because when we are wealthy, if our children are sick, we won't be getting ourselves so worried to take them to the hospital.
Yes.
Isn't it?
Yes.
So it will also save us from high blood pressure.
Yes.
Hypertension.
Yes.
Because there is money.
Yes.
Once you have wealth, you are stress-free.
Yes,
you
sir.
can buy what you want to buy.
Yes.
You can have good medical facilities and all the rest. So you want an easy life. So your wealth means living an easy life. See, the cattle rearers, you also want to hear from them. We want to hear their own stories.
Exactly.
Well, what makes it so important to you that your cattle are not being killed?
First of all, to start with, I would like to say these people are so selfish. You understand?
We don't shut up.
They don't begin. When are we assess me more? So now the reason why I'm saying this because you are talking about protecting your crops, building fence. Why can't you build fence for your own farm as well? They also spoke about burning bush. They also burn bush, and that smoke is not good for our cows. How can we fence our water? How do you want the cows to go and access the water? And we are not stupid enough. They also said that we leave our cows to go and destroy their crops. No, how can we leave a whole cow to go out by itself? You cannot get rich because he inherited poverty. You understand?
His grandpa be poor.
Yes.
His papa be poor.
Yes.
And
You
he's
see,
poor.
to make money is not just about becoming wealthy, so please, they also need to fence their farm, and also we need to come to an agreement, because you see, our boss here, we have that line wherein they will have access to go and drink water from the stream, and then we come back. These people are wicked, to be honest. They are wicked.
From what you are saying, I realize that it is so important that they don't kill your cows, because these cows mean a lot to you. Exactly. What does that mean to you? You said they mean a lot to you.
Then cow, then they now they sell. We send you picking, then go school. We buy fine clothes, because you see, who full a man who need a dress. A woman there would make them dress nice, come on the street. If they kill you cow there, na threat to your existence, na threat to your pocket, na threat to life.
So the first thing that I realized that you've mentioned is the importance of your cow. You said you don't want them to kill your cow because your cow means a lot to you. Yes. Because you are going to sell these cows, and when you sell these cows, you are going to get money, and when you get money, you'll be able to take good care of your wives.
Yes. We're picking them.
And your children.
If we have wealth, we make sure that the community improve. We make sure everybody happy. We take care of certain people. Mr. Ajalo here have more than 3 boys that governs the worry. It creates job employment. But if we don't have that economic security, how can he pay those people? And also, look at me now. I wasn't doing anything. I'm a practical example. Because of that worry, I'm now kind of like working for someone, and they are paying me.
He's actually taking care of the cattle.
Yes.
And that is a job opportunity for you. If they kill the cattle, you're eventually going to lose your job.
Exactly.
And also job security.
So now we need for come together. Yes. We try for solve this problem, because if not solve it, it go affect we, it go affect the family, it go affect even we picking them, it go affect we all.
So from all what you have said, I realize peace is so important for you.
If we all day in peace, we all go come to agreement.
Exactly.
We all go come to agreement, say, if my cow go well to you, you go find me, or you go come meet me in that peaceful way, we not to fight, not to eat safe. You go find me go pay. If na 10 bushel yes, my cow go well, I go say, okay, since we don't day in peace, if you pull, I'm not going to pay for all this, so but I will compensate you. If you have 7 bushel, I will compensate you as long as the peace will prevail. I don't think I'm my own side.
So thank you, Haja. So what I see, Haja is now saying, if you are all living in unity, you have a peaceful coexistence, even if a cow does something so bad to you, you will just easily move to her and they'll be able to compensate you. So that is what peaceful coexistence means to her, so that you are able to talk to one another. You move to the next person and explain that this is what the cow has done, and you also move to her and tell her this is what I want for you to pay back because of what the cow has done. Are there other important things that you think we want to include?
For now, I think we are okay for now. Okay.
Now is the time for you guys to find solutions to already highlighted concerns raised. So I'm going to give you 10 minutes as a team for the cattle. Sorry, for you the farmers. You go for 10 minutes. You put your solutions together. You hang them together and discuss. You brainstorm between yourself and then find somebody that will present you solutions you want us to follow in the community. The same thing applies to, again, my wonderful cattle owners. Is that okay?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the time start now. 10 minutes, please. Yeah.
What do you want? Now, peace. For do
So I want to give the honors now to the cattle owners to come up with their solution. Babari, eh? Yeah. Okay, Babari. Officer.
Kono as so small, now plenty. We want the farmers them to come together. We share the little resources that you have to erect fence. So the cow they no go over them place, go destroy them farm them.
As you said, you want the cattle communities and the crop farmers to put hands together so that you can support small resources you have to fence the whole cattle area. Is that also?
Yes.
That's the solution you want to do. Is that also?
Yes, ma'am.
Let the cattle we are them. People they go they watch over them, animals them. Whosoever them they go, these are animals them, no matter what, even if them build fence. They're not going to control them all. But if they get 2-3 people away then they hire, we go they move with them, if then they go drink away to go better, go out for secure, we crops them.
Cattle owners should hire people that follow the cattle. Yeah. If you, of course, we know usually you have like one, maybe the more cow you have, the more people you should hire. So that it will help you because these are animals.
Well, with the cattle owners, we don't come back together. We don't decide to we will feel well. For we provide water for the cow.
Cattle owners have agreed to construct a well so that the cattle will have access to drinking water as a way of preventing them from going to the crop farmers' land. And also,
the type of same people who will go out there and cut the grass so they will eat.
People to cut grass out of the ranch and then bring it for the cattle. It's also important. It saves you time. It also saves you from this unnecessary competition. These are some of the solutions you have provided, and then we are going to make them as an agreement. Of course, we have 5. I think for me they are very key. If there's anything that is missing, we can add. Or if you are all satisfied, then we can go ahead and make this as an agreement.
So the first one is the cattle owners and the crop farmers are going to work collectively to fence the areas where the cattle are reared.
Exactly.
And the second point, the cattle owners will dig wells for their cattle. The third one, an alternative grazing land will be used by the cow owners. The exchange of remains of our farm animals and crops will be facilitated. The cattle owners should compensate us directly for any damage caused by their animals. So these are the important points which are now going to be an agreement that all of you are going to sign, including the elders and the chief, so that we have a binding document that everybody is going to play with.
We've decided to also come up with an action point or a work plan. So first one, the fencing will be done in April 2023, and the cattle owners will provide the farmers with stipend for the work. So by next year, April, since from April to May we'll be approaching the rainy season, they will work as a team to fence the whole area where the cattle are being hosted, but they in turn will provide stipend to the youth now and farmers so that they can help them to do as a community work. Also, the wells will be dug in March. They have decided to dig water wells in their field so that in March, coming to April, the cattle will have somewhere to drink, rather creating a competition between the farmers and the cattle. Yeah, a follow-up on the alternative land in 6 months. But also, we know from now to April is a very long period. So we want to see how within this period, this about 1 year period, what we put in place immediately to make sure that things don't go back again. So they say the cattle owners are willing to hire extra workers to take care of their cattle. Farmers will allow the cows to pass through. Sometimes they decide to ignore. They don't want the cattle to pass around their plantation. But for the sake of peace, they are willing now to accept them to pass through, go and access water, and come back. So if you are coming, I want to welcome you. And this is where we have reached so far.
If you already given me this respect, I want to appreciate you.
Thank you very much, Chief. We are very lucky in our community to start this process of mediation from the start to the end. It's a conflict, but we can handle it. The mediation process was very, very smooth, with a fair play. Other communities having conflicts, the mediation team cannot hold the process because of shadow actors. Like the politicians, big complaints with monies interfering into the process. The process cannot hold. But for us, we are very, very lucky.
Before signing this document, I want to make a very short statement.
Okay, Chief.
I am not here as a chief governing myself. I am here as a chief governing my people.
Yeah.
And according to my elders, they said this agreement came directly from my people. So I want to get direct answer from themselves, whether this agreement came from themselves. I am going to ask the cattle owners first. Are this agreement coming from you?
Yes, Chief. Yes, Chief.
And the farmers, are this agreement coming from you?
Yes, Chief.
I know I cannot append on my signature.
There is a parable which says, when the elephant and hippopotamus are fighting, who suffers?
The grass.
So I want you to hold your peace. This unity that unifies us together, I want this strength to go more and more. Thank you.
We are together.
The happier we shall be.
This session will allow us to share our experiences in a way of learning from the process. It's very important to all of us. Mr. Pius, kindly tell us, what did you do as a mediator that was successful during the process?
I realized the role of a mediator is really not an easy one. The way how we are able to also bring in the ideas of the two set of people, the cattle rearers and the farmers, to me was really fascinating. And the reactions that we're also getting from them was good. But the most challenging part of it was, moving from position to interest, you also have to think like the person is thinking, but beyond what he's already saying. You have to paraphrase, and you need to look for a word that also means the same thing that he is saying or she is saying. And you have to dig deeper to really know, what does this person want? It seems easier when somebody else is doing it, but if you are in that particular position doing it, it's a little tricky.
You also served as observers. You are also very relevant to us because you also helped us.
One key word is teamwork. I think we work as a team. That was how we were able to achieve our set goal and lay the fears of the conflicting parties to see us as people that are neutral, as peace ambassadors, rather than seeing us as people who maybe were like shadow actors. But we are very present ourselves as if we are here to help them solve their own problem.
What will you do differently for short process.
The approach of writing, sometimes for me personally, I think I have to be creative. Sometimes I like introducing the PRA aspect, where I allow people to identify their problem with symbols or objects locally, moving people from the position to interest, because for me those ones are the basis of the mediation. If you miss them, you miss everything. So I think we have to grab that one, make sure maybe you practice over and over, even within yourself, to see how you can probe further to get actually what you want from the people.
What did the mediators do that help you arrive to this successful solution?
I'm acting as a farmer. I'm happy because I was given the opportunity to say my mind.
Wow. Mediation process seems like magic, because I'm still imagining the mood I was, you understand, very aggrieved, like I feel like killing somebody. But some of the steps the mediator used in order to calm us down and then we all meet at a particular resolution, it's that sense of active listening.
Doing a mediation, you should listen to the stories of each parties. Maybe you will have 2-3 parties in the conflict. You should listen to the story of them.
Given opportunity to the crop farmers who gave them the call that we need you people because of what is going on in the community, right? We no longer trust the elders, the chiefs in the community. So by immediately intervening to the issue, by responding to the call of the crop farmers, I think that plays a great role.
One thing I observed during the process was it was very difficult, like they mentioned, to move from positions to interest. When the conflicting parties were like expressing their interest, most of those interests were like solutions already. It's like they were telling the mediators about solution, what they want. For instance, there was someone who was mentioning that they have to fence the area. Whilst they were searching they were moving them from position to interest, but they were not, maybe it did not come to their notice that was already a solution. They already wrote that on the flip chart. So that is also something that I observe, that in mediation, there are times when you are moving conflicting parties from position to interest, they may be tempted to bring up solutions, but you have to be very professional and tactical to see how are you going to like move them away. Maybe you can ask further questions. When someone comes up with a solution, dig deep, try to ask further questions in order to move that conflicting party or that individual from that solution to an interest.